Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with a brand new year 2015 of Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentaries. That's right, it's 2015, the game. Tiberium Wars came out in 2007, remember, and Kane's Wrath in 2008, and we are still here, still making videos, reference to body there, but yeah, we're still here. We still got tons of people playing the game. There's still tons of map, tons of content. And yeah, tight-knit community, still going strong. There's no replacement for Kane's Wrath, so what the hell, we're going to keep playing this game, and it's just, yeah, it's getting really fun, especially with the new 3v3 maps we've been playing the last month. Oh man, some great games there. But anyway, we're going to jump into a 1v1. I'll see I'm going to bring some more 3v3 and things like that. And of course, we've got my new VODs coming up as well. The ones where I'm bringing a series back. You guys are going to enjoy that. But of course, continuing to hold off until I can get some better footage for that. But I've talked enough. Let's jump into this game. We're going to have on the top north side of Smash Dustbowl, it is going to be XXcyberstormXX. It's Cyberstorm, Cybercake, aka Cyber. But he's playing as a Nod faction here, so we'll have a look at his production. So he's Vanilla Nod. So Vanilla Nod, and we're going to go down to the south side of Smash Dustbowl, and it's going to be ImTIBIS. That's right, it's ImTIBIS playing as the Black Hand by the looks of things. So Black Hand versus Nod. What can we expect? We can expect lots of bikes and buggies, and then lots of Scorpion tanks. And if they don't kill each other before the late game, we're going to see some upgrades, and of course they'll probably get the Redeemers, and it pretty much becomes a lot more dynamic from there. But yeah, these type of Nod mirrors, of course, it's going to be interesting if they both go into like an infantry strat. But they're both going to take their safe spikes. Tibis really doesn't have anything to worry about because Cabals are just so strong that you really don't have to fear too much. Cyberstorm, not too worried at all. Again, it's a random mirror, so they don't know what they're up against. He did send just 2 scouts to the left-hand side now. Again, Nod scouts aren't particularly powerful. And yes, I've got a squeaky chair. I'm not sure how much you can hear that. I really probably should buy a new one. I should go to Officeworks today and buy a new one. I'm going to do that, probably. I should go check out some new chairs. But anyway, we're going to keep an eye on this game here. The chair I have, I've gone back to the chair already. It's pretty good. It's really, like, it's kind of big, and it's got a nice large or long back on it, which I like. But it's really old. My brother left it behind when he moved out because I used to live with my brother when I first moved out of home, and then he went to another city. And I got this joint. So anyway, that's enough about my history. Let's jump into the game, of course, and see what is going on. So, wow, both sides ecoing. So we're not really seeing anything fancy. Tibis has, of course, a buggy out. He's just like, he's not taking any chances here. He wants to see what he's up against, if there's any, like, flame tanks and things like that. And hot tip, guys, flame rushes don't work very well versus other Nod factions because the chances of bikes. If there's bikes, your flame rush is going to get shut down really hard. I mean, it's not 100% negativity in the terms of the flame rush, but I'm just saying if you flame rush versus another Nod faction, you're going to have a bad time most of the time. So again, in case you can get, unless you can get really lucky, but yeah, if you want to rush other Nod factions, it's generally bikes or things like that. You can go one flame tank into bikes or do some kind of all-in. There's so many all-ins that both Black Hand and Nod can do. It's so dynamic. There's just a lot of different units they can use, a lot of different build orders they can use, or what particular units they go for. But again, nothing serious happened. Tibis did move his MCV just a little bit over to the right-hand side here. Also, hot tip, I'm recording this in 1440p. It's a test VOD just to see how well it turns out. So don't expect every VOD to be 1440p, okay? I'm not sure if I'm going to pick that up. I'm not sure if it's necessary, just depending on how much data it's going to use and things like that. Of course, most videos nowadays, I don't keep a copy on my hard drive. I might keep a copy on my hard drive until my hard drive gets full, and then I'll go ahead and delete a few. I mean, they're all on YouTube, so you're never going to lose them and things like that. But I do keep, of course, lots of other files, bits and pieces. My hard drive is packed with all kinds of creative stuff from my years and years of making videos, and there's so much crap there that it's not funny. And I use that in like special edition videos and things like that. It comes back and it helps me immensely. So again, just trying to keep the talking going while these guys continue to eco. So yeah, this game here had quite a few wubs on game replays. It's only been uploaded for like a few days, and I really wanted to have a look at it because I haven't seen Tibis for quite some time. And Cyberstorm, aside from his recent tournaments, yeah, has not been too prevalent. Of course, he had a few losses in those tournaments, which really against, like, I think it was Dutch and Nashington and a bunch of other people. But let's see if he's back on top of his game. He did miss micro that power there. He powered it down before the the harvester came out. Now Tibis has got some Scorpion tanks. We'll have to see if that's really going to be his thing now. His refs, because he didn't move his MCV far enough, are a little bit off his field. It's not critical. It's not too massive. I guess. Like, it's still going to harvest maybe a few seconds slower than his counterpart. But he is going into lots of Scorpion tanks. ImTIBIS, obviously, against another Nod faction, will be very comfortable doing this. Of course, ImTIBIS has been around for a long time, and I know that he definitely does like the Scorpion tank battles. He's pretty good at them as well. There was an insane game which comes to mind against Panadero. It was quite a few years ago now. I think it was in the it was in one of the tournaments, the No Epic tournament, I reckon. Oh man, my memory is so good. But they played on tournament decision, and they both just endlessly spammed Scorpion tanks, and it was just ridiculous. The game actually went for like half an hour, and it was nothing but Scorp tanks. And they must have built like 400 or 500 Scorpion tanks in that game each. It was just crazy. If you want to check that out, of course, it's on my channel. It would be, or maybe it was Lion Cub. Oh man, I think it was Lion Cub. Oh man, my memory is not the greatest. Anyway, it's either ImTIBIS versus Panadero, or it's Lion Cub versus Panadero. If you want to see a Scorp tank battle, check it out. Of course, Spectre and Technique. There was a game on Rift as well. If you want to search my archives, that was ridiculous as well. And there is going to be an engagement here, so let's start concentrating on this game. There is Harvesters, of course, moving to the blue field. Is any blue gone? Yeah, the blue's gone, so I'm going to have to assume that Cyberstorm has taken a lot of that, because that Harvester there is turning around now, so it must have made at least one trip. ImTIBIS is like, hey, Cyberstorm, you got quite a few, so I'm going to pull back. There is actually 4 Scorpion tanks over here. Now, Dozerblade is going to finish. Obviously, it was his attempt to try to snipe Dozerblade. It's not going to come back and pay dividends, because he is going to lose 4 Scorpion tanks, and he's not actually even going to get any kills now. He could have killed that tank for sure. A few red tanks there, because Cyberstorm, for some reason, was reverse moving into them, which you don't ever want to do, because, of course, the rear armor will take a godlike amount of damage compared to the front. Dozerblades is done. He has got a tech center, so he's going for laser capacitors. That's a problem for ImTIBIS, because he doesn't get that upgrade, and if it's a maneuver warfare fight, then the laser scorps will absolutely like crush regular scorps. But if it's like both sides move together and stop, then these Scorp tanks are not too bad, because they have a high rate of fire, but the lasers have a much higher damage output. So if you've got laser capacitors versus unupgraded Scorpions, you want to move around and keep the tanks at the back not firing, so your tanks have the higher damage. Now, ImTIBIS is going into infantry now. He's probably going to go for his flame upgrade. Yeah, he is. Is he going for Dozerblade? Yeah, he's still going for Dozerblade, so he's going to support his tanks. He's ultimately going to lose out on this Scorp tank fight. Wow, he's got that finished already. He's got laser capacitors done. There is some infantry here. There's a battle marker over there. It's a flame tank. He might want to call that back, but there is going to be a fight over here. Cyberstorm is very spread out. There's infantry to the right, and there's tanks to the left. And that sounds like some really bad lyrics to a song or something like that. But he's actually done a lot of damage here. Cyberstorm now is getting chewed up. Wow, he came through in a bad angle there. That was not a good engagement angle there. And he has made the right decision here to pull back. He did lose a nice chunk of tanks. And ImTIBIS' army hardly touched here. He's got so many Scorp tanks in good repair. He's got a lot of infantry here. There's no Cabals, which is a problem, because he needs those to boost the combat effectiveness. And now they're probably going to get crushed. We'll keep an eye on the flame tank at the top left here, or top right, sorry. But he does do a nice split there, and he does bring the Scorp tanks, and all of a sudden his army is a lot bigger than what Cyberstorm has, and he is going to, yeah, he sells up the ref. There's a flame tank there. Maybe he lost the ref. I might not have noticed there. There was another flame tank on the right hand side. I'm assuming it might have been cleaned up. Yeah, there's a few Scorp tanks returning from there, and we're going to see an engagement here. ImTIBIS, don't reverse move into this area here, and there is going to be a fight here. So it looks like ImTIBIS, and he's got so many rockets mixed in as well. This is going to be massive damage for Cyberstorm. I don't know how he's going to hold this off here now. This spike is obviously causing problems. That wall is not really what he wants to see. A few Scorpion tanks over here trying to cause something, trying to cause some damage, but that wall is really killer here. It's blocking all of his tanks. Cyberstorm now reverse moving into the armies over here, which is not good. And look at that, ImTIBIS moves his tanks around to block the crush move, and there is so much fire going on here, and he got some heroic rockets in the process as well. Meanwhile, those tanks on the right hand side are doing a little bit of damage, but Cyberstorm really can't stop this force here now. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do about that. Let's jump over here. There's a few Scorp tanks. There's only 4 of them. ImTIBIS has not got the expansion over there now. He's trying to rally some tanks down there, but meanwhile, he's really pushing Cyberstorm off his base, so both sides are just crippling each other's third expansion, or technically second expansion here. And I think Cyberstorm might be able to hold on, especially if ImTIBIS continues to reverse move into the enemy. Oh man, you see this all the time in Scorp tank fights. They reverse move into each other. It's just retarded, and of course they're obviously quite busy at the moment, but looks like these tanks down here will get cleaned up, and ImTIBIS will probably actually get pushed off this field, but he does destroy the refinery, so that's definitely a plus for him. Battle marker up the top right here. It is a flame tank. It does get destroyed, but doesn't appear to have got any kills. Probably a good idea for ImTIBIS to keep sending a few flame tanks around the back, because both sides now don't have much of an army left. And XXcyberstormXX is going to be moving back here, trying to destroy what tanks he can. Should be able to get the very heavily damaged ones here. And yeah, Cyberstorm going to push these guys back. A few Cabals rocking up, probably from sold off structures. But both these guys probably going to annihilate each other's forces here. XXcyberstormXX moving back now. He's got the force multiplier, and yeah, he will clean up a few more tanks before Cyberstorm decides to return to his base. But Cyberstorm, he has got another ref down. That's important. XXcyberstormXX, mind you, has a ref down as well. And yes, I'm still hanging on about that mind you crap. Some people appear to be very fatigued. What do you call it? Can't think of the word now. But anyway, we'll forget about that. XXcyberstormXX does have a big bunch of infantry here, of course, and he has got Cabals here now to boost the combat effectiveness of these guys. There are a few Scorpion tanks moving in, probably a reverse move there, could have been okay. Infantry running over Tiberium, never good. But XXcyberstormXX is actually going to move forward. Could bring his tanks back here, I think. Definitely could bring his tanks back now. Cyberstorm doesn't have much except for Shredder turrets. Of course, Nod Shredder turrets are the worst when it comes to dealing with man spam because they have no upgrades. And again, the Black Hand will just tank this kind of flak damage for so long. XXcyberstormXX does decide to pull back. He obviously doesn't want to risk losing his army here. He's got a few tanks still chilling out. And yeah, this game, double ref on the expansion over here. Only single ref for Cyberstorm. And he doesn't have a second one queued, which is bad. Flame tank's moving in now. Actually, no, that's not a flame tank. That's a Cabal squad. Not sure why that flame tank was going straight down the guts. It was probably pretty risky. But here we go. XXcyberstormXX making another push over here. He's got his tank separated from his infantry, so he's got two different like push-pull type of forces. The infantry obviously much more powerful, but a lot less mobile, and the tank's a lot more mobile, but not as powerful. He's really running out of Scorpion tanks now, isn't he? Cyberstorm not looking too good on the Scorp tank numbers. Going to be engaging these infantry squads here, but of course the rockets are back here, and Cyberstorm, this is probably not a good engagement. XXcyberstormXX reverse moving into the enemy again. It's actually going to benefit him now when he gets on the other side of them. But yeah, nonetheless, he will be losing a decent amount of infantry. Tries to move some of them, but again, losing these Scorpion tanks for infantry is probably not worth it at the moment. He has actually got 6 Scorp tanks left, so he might be able to clean up some more forces over here. Battle markers over there. Tanks trying to get off a flanking maneuver, but they hit rocket squads. XXcyberstormXX has some rocket squads out here, and that was not good for Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm is being pushed back into his base. He does destroy a bunch of tanks over here, so it looks like XXcyberstormXX is basically out of Scorpions. But he doesn't care anymore. He's going to full imp spam, put down a third refinery. Wow, he really is going for this. Although no technology center to be seen from XXcyberstormXX, could be benefiting from charged particle beam, but he doesn't have any Cabals over here. Again, you always want to have Cabals with your rockets because they do increase the combat effectiveness, resistance to weaponry, rate of fire. I'm not sure of the exact stats, but it's really good. I know it's really good. CGF keeps pointing it out that you need Cabals with the rocket squads. There's a few units over here, but stealth harvesters are going to be pretty hard to kill. Again, apparently Cabals won't reveal stealth, but I guess rocket squads will. That's something I never knew. I thought Cabals would reveal stealth because they are infantry. All other infantry reveal stealth. But units moving through the map here. Now it looks like flame tanks are on the cards for Cyberstorm. 3 flame tanks in there actually help him decimate those infantry squads pretty well. There is some units in these buildings here. XXcyberstormXX, where's your army, buddy? I'm not sure where his army is, but there's 3 flame tanks here. There's 4 flame tanks, sorry. And they're going to cause a lot of damage. This whole area will go down. Meanwhile, he's destroying this area up here. Again, no Cabals over there. Battle markers breaking out everywhere. Flame tanks rolling in. There's a tech center down now, but he doesn't have much. He's trying to build an obelisk by the looks of things. He will kill a few of these flame tanks. There's a flame tank from XXcyberstormXX in there. One obelisk is already down. He needs to stop the flame tank because that's a real damage dealer. And there is a flame tank here. He's got, oh, Fnatic's going to get a kill on the flame tank. They do get the kill. Meanwhile, XXcyberstormXX is still trying to destroy structures up there. Infantry just chilling over there. I'm not sure what happened to a lot of his infantry forces here. Maybe he got hit by a cloaking field or something. I'm pretty sure he had more than that. But another obelisk will come down. And the last tank here. You might want to pull that flame tank back. Not necessary. And he does get it. Nice work. So XXcyberstormXX does survive. Still keeping 3 refs. He's got so many harvesters here, so many harvesters. He's got some more tanks over here. Reverse moving into the infantry. Nice scatter move there by XXcyberstormXX. He could even take the building, but I guess he really doesn't need to. He does save some of the rockets over here, though, so that's good work. Flame tanks rolling over. There's 3 flame tanks. This is a problem for XXcyberstormXX. He does have an obelisk. He does have one, so he should be able to one-shot a flame tank straight away, and he does. I'm not sure he needs to get another shot off. Will he get it off? There's 2 flame tanks. He does get another flame tank. That's important. There's still a flame tank here, but at least, you know, 1 flame tank's are going to be a lot less hassle than having a dual flame tank in it. Goes for the upgraded power plants. Does get 1, but it looks like he's just trying to move away. Now, there's no build radius over here, so yeah, look at that. He can't actually aim it down. He might actually get it. Oh, it's going to get, is it going to be in range? No, he's got no power. He's got no power. He does get it, though. Oh, man, clutch power micro there. There is another flame tank here, though. Another one, and it's coming down, and XXcyberstormXX is going to need some more power plants because he's getting wrecked. And he's sold off the obelisk now. Probably wish he didn't do that for a few more seconds. Fnatic squad is running at this flame tank, but all these power plants going down, and he's going to have to rebuild those. and he might even know. I don't think. Oh, the Fnatic squad does actually get it, so he was shooting at the power plant. Battle marker up here. More flame tanks being built, of course, by CyberStorm, realizing that they're actually really effective against what ImTIBIS is doing. But again, you don't really build flame tanks for the purpose of killing infantry. They're just kind of, that's like their secondary kind of thing. You build flame tanks to get in and destroy buildings. And of course, while they are really good against infantry, they could get overwhelmed. If you got like half dozen of them, you can run into infantry field, no worries. But again, not really what you build for that kind of situation. Flame tanks are more of a build them in one or a pair. And he did cloak all of them, but of course you can do mass flame tank strats like this, and it will of course work. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 stealth flame tanks here. He's going to run into this force here now. There is a Redeemer out by ImTIBIS. And yeah, he's like, no, I'm going to pull back again. That's really expensive because he put $3,000 cloaking field, but he got 7 flame tanks under that cloaking field, which is really, really good. And ImTIBIS, for some reason, thinks he can take Buuren from over here. That's not going to happen. But yeah, if I was CyberStorm, I'd do exactly what he's doing. Split the flame tanks up and send them in several different directions because they're cloaked. They're going to be incredibly difficult to track down. Harvester did actually get destroyed because it ran into this type infantry field here. There is a flame tank over here. It doesn't appear to be being microed, so if you waypoint a flame tank into an enemy base, you always put on an aggressive stance just so it'll just kill anything it comes close to. But he should be able to get some buildings here. There's really nothing much to respond, and he's just moving through this base now. Needs to really concentrate his fire. Battle markers down here. Redeemer is running in. Doesn't have a repair pad. Only 1 flame unit on it, so that's not too much. He does get a few power plants. He will get the technology center, so that is going to go down. And if he knocks down the tier 2, then he's going to have nothing left. I know he's only going to have tier 1, but there are flame tanks over here, and ImTIBIS' whole base, he's got nothing. He's got a Tib Chem plant. He could have Tib veined them, but I mean, he would have Tib veined his own field. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose all of his tech now as well. That flame tank does put CyberStorm back down to tier 1. ImTIBIS is pulling his infantry army back. The Redeemer is in here killing all sorts of stuff, but there's a lot of Scorpion tanks there, and ImTIBIS is losing everything here. He could have called in a Vapor Bomb with his tier 4, but he has not done so. Maybe he didn't have the money. Drops an Obelisk down. He's going to lose a tech center. He's going to lose his MCV. He might have to pack it up. There's so many flame tanks. He does pack it up, breaking the target lock of these guys here. So he does say there's 2 purifiers here. Oh no, that is big trouble. That is big trouble. These flame tanks are not re-stealthing. There's infantry here, and he will kill them. And ImTIBIS saves his MCV. Meanwhile, he's pushing over here. His Redeemer is dead, but there's a lot of Scorpion tanks over here. They're going to try to have to crush. That's really all they can do. And really, it doesn't really matter as long as ImTIBIS kills most or all of these Scorpion tanks. It's still going to be worth it because CyberStorm has no units left aside from these Scorpion tanks, really. And he will be killing. Actually, no, ImTIBIS is going to be able to finish all of these tanks off. Battle markers over here. EMP buggies are down, but he doesn't really need them anymore. And this whole base is pretty much gone. He must have sold some. Oh, there's a flame tank. There's a heroic flame tank. Oh, ImTIBIS is going to get MCV. He gets the MCV. There's no refineries left. There's no refineries. There's just a war factory. Oh, CyberStorm is in so much trouble. Meanwhile, he's got his own flame tank down here. It's a veteran one. It's veteran. This heroic one is going to be a pain, and he's got EMP buggies. He should be able to shut that down. There's really no reason why he shouldn't be able to shut it down, and he probably didn't need to use all of his EMP buggies to do that, but he does kill it. Meanwhile, there is a veteran flame tank over here. Did he sell off the Obelisk? He probably shouldn't have sold the Obelisk off because he's going to need that to defend, and he hasn't put an engineer into that MCV. It is so badly damaged, and he has just got an elite flame tank. It's stealth. He can repair it, but CyberStorm, he's got a spike. He's got a spike, so he can build an MCV, but I don't think he's going to because it's not really worth it. Yeah, he's got $700. He's building nothing but Scorpion tanks. ImTIBIS has bugger all as well, so wow, this is really going down to the wire. It's going to come down to the decision making here of these players. There is one purifier over here, the other purifier's over here, and ImTIBIS, oh my god, I can see what's going to happen. He's just not repairing. He's refusing to repair his MCV here, and this flame tank is now moving on the left side of the map. CyberStorm has 1 power plant left over there, and he's got a war factory, and this is it. This is going to be the final engagement. He has EMP buggies. He can stop this. The flame tank is there, and there's no building. There's 1 power plant over here. Oh man, this could be massive. 1 purifier gets EMP locked down. ImTIBIS is in all sorts of trouble. He needs some infantry up here. He needs infantry now. Did he sell it? No, he didn't sell it off. But yeah, this is going to be massive. ImTIBIS in all sorts of trouble. The MCV is still alive, but it looks like the flame tank went around it. So the flame tank here, and he's just realized, hang on, I've still got this flame tank. I can kill this refinery. Refinery will give away a lot of veterans. It's $3,000 structure plus the kill bonus, and it doesn't go veteran though. He still needs more XP than that, so unfortunately not going to be the case. He's actually destroying harvesters as well, which will give him a fair bit of XP. The other purifier gets EMP'd, and of course remember they have the buffing aurora for all infantry types, so they will increase the combat effectiveness of all the infantry here. EMP buggies do get the blast off here. The flame tank is moving down. Oh man, ImTIBIS is in all sorts of trouble. He's got no EMP buggies left. There's actually one over here. Can he get an EMP off? He will get an EMP off. It does hit the purifier. That's massive. There's 1 flame tank here now. Oh, if it kills the MCV, that's going to be a heroic. No, it doesn't go heroic. It wasn't enough XP. Oh no, Tibis is in all sorts of trouble. He needs to kill this flame tank while it's low on health, and he will be killing the remainder of these structures, but he's going to lose his barracks. Oh no, Tibis is down. He's down. He must have sold the power plant. Oh, I thought, yeah, no, for sure, he's got the power plant in the bottom left, but he must have sold it and or lost it, and I didn't notice. I'm going to say he sold it, because I didn't even see anything attacking it. But that was a mistake, yeah. Oh man, we might have to actually watch that back to see what happened. I really want to see if he did actually sell that power plant, but yeah, the decisions, the snap decisions at the end there. ImTIBIS, again, not repairing the MCV, that could have been the difference, you know. And I wouldn't, like, if you're in that kind of late game where you've got no structures and bugger all units, to walk around with an MCV with 5% health, you're begging for it to get destroyed. And a 20-minute game there from Cyberstorm and ImTIBIS, and I'm being a bit critical of ImTIBIS here, but it could have gone either way. And of course, when you get to that point in the game, it gets really, really tense, and you get really nervous, and you make snap decisions, and sometimes in those situations you can make a wrong decision. But both players made pretty good decisions throughout the game. 170,000 to Cyberstorm, which was interesting, 161,000 to ImTIBIS, so Cyberstorm got more money, probably because of the blue tip field. His kill death ratio is higher because he didn't build infantry. But yeah, flame tanks all round for those guys. That was a sick game. Really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Green Zero. I'll stay tuned to my channel, of course. We'll have some more videos coming up as much as possible. We'll be trying to get out as much content as possible. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned to my channel, and I'll see you all next time.